Thanks everybody for joining me today for our dance aerobics workout. We are going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. You can follow along with me or warm up however you need to get ready to dance. I'm going to start just by walking in place or walking around your space, just taking some steps around, adding in some upper body movement if that feels good to you. I'm going to swing my arms forward and back, raising my arms to about shoulder level and then swinging them behind my back. Also swinging my arms from left to right, opening your arms up wide, giving yourself a hug, any upper body movement here as you walk it out. Once you're feeling good there, I'm going to come to the center of my space and I'm going to move into arm circles. Feet are shoulder width apart, putting my arms out into a T position. You can do one arm at a time, both arms at the same time. But I'm going to start with big circles forward, reaching my hands tall towards the ceiling, and then down in front of my body, feeling that stretch throughout your arms, your shoulders, your back, your chest. After a couple big circles, I'm going to make them smaller, a little bit quicker, before letting my arms fall down at my side, and then I'm going to go the opposite direction. Now backwards with my circles, starting big, reaching tall, letting them fall behind my back. And then same thing after a couple big circles, make them a little bit smaller, maybe a little quicker. And in 3, 2, 1, letting your arms fall down at your side. And I'm just going to shake it out. A couple shoulder rolls, wiggle my fingers, a couple punches towards the ground, just shaking out those arms in your upper body before letting yourself go still. Next, I'm going to move into glute kicks. Feet are shoulder width apart, kicking one heel back at a time towards my glutes, keeping my knee pointed towards the floor, feeling that stretch in your quads. We're going to go for about 15 seconds here with glute kicks, working up to a little bit quicker of a speed or holding a speed that you can maintain. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and switch. We're going to move into high knees. Same format here, feet shoulder width apart, bringing one knee up at a time towards your chest. Alternating legs, feeling that stretch, this time in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your hips. And then we'll go for about 15 seconds here as well. Driving that knee up towards your chest. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Gonna move into calf raises. Feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to raise up onto my toes and then lower my heels down towards the ground, moving slow and steady, feeling that stretch in your calves, your shins, your ankles. Gonna do just about 10 calf raises. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1. Final switch here. We'll finish with some windmill toe touches. Feet are wider than shoulder width. Toes are pointed forward. Arms are in a T position, elbows straight, hinging at my waist, touching opposite hand, down towards opposite foot. Feeling that hinge and that stretch in your lower back, your hamstrings. Gonna do, again, about 10 of these total. Coming back to standing in between each rep. Nice job. And in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Continue to warm up if you need. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water, talk a little bit about our workout, and then we're going to get into it. Awesome. We have dance aerobics, 3 sequences. Each sequence has 4 different dance moves. We're going to do each move for about 8 counts, and then I will cue the switch. For our first sequence, the moves that we have are alternating heel touch, 4 corners reaching, side step and clap, and then slide. So starting with alternating heel touch, feet are going to start shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. I'm going to kick one heel back towards my glutes, just like we did in our warm-up with glute kicks. And then I'm going to touch my opposite hand to the back of opposite foot. So as I glute kick my left leg, I'm going to take my right hand, try to touch the heel of my left foot behind my back, plant that left foot down, and then switch to the right, kicking my right heel back towards my glutes with my left hand, trying to touch the back of my right heel, and then switch, and we'll just alternate. Totally okay if you're not making contact with your feet, just swinging your arms and your legs. Any questions with alternating heel touch? And then we have four corners reaching, feet shoulder width apart here. I'm going to start by having my elbows bent, palms facing forward. I'm going to start by reaching my right hand up overhead to the top right corner. Lower that right hand down. Then I'm going to take my left hand, reaching up to the top left corner, bringing my left hand back down, then back to the right, reaching towards the floor, lower right corner, hands come back to center, and then my left hand, bottom left corner, back to center. As I'm reaching, I'm also shaking my hips from left to right, kind of with the music, if that feels good for you. Any questions with four corners reaching? And then we have side step and clap. Starting with my feet together, I'm going to step my right foot out wide to the right. When my feet are wide, I'm clapping my hands together in front of my chest. Then I'm going to bring my right foot back to meet my left, and then repeat on the left side, stepping my left foot out to the left, hands clap in front of my chest, and we'll just alternate. Any questions with side step and clap?
Ashley, are we putting weight on our foot? And like when I step with my right, am I just stepping it out, or am I actually shifting my weight over to my right foot?
I am shifting my weight and then shifting it back, but that is up to you what feels best.
Okay.
Cool. Lastly, we have slide, which is a wide side step with a toe drag. Starting with my feet together, I'm going to step my right foot out wide to the right. Then with my left foot, I'm going to drag my toes across the floor until my feet come back together. And then I'll repeat on the left. Stepping out wide with my left foot, my right toes are going to drag on the ground until my feet are together. I like to make that one very dramatic, adding in your own flair with the slide. Any questions? All right, that is sequence one. We are doing Life of a Showgirl, dance aerobics. So everyone get into their showgirl vibe. We're going to start with the first song, Fate of Ophelia, and alternating heel touch. In 3, 2, 1. Let me know if the music is ever too loud, too quiet. Alternating heel touch.
I heard you calling on the megaphone. You wanna see
the music is perfect.
Thank you. Four corners reaching.
As legend has it, you are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow. And if you'd never call for me, I might have drowned in the melancholy.
Side step and clap.
You are my loyalty to me, myself, and I. Right before you lit my sky up.
And slide. Back to alternating heel touch. Four corners reaching.
The eldest daughter of a nobleman, Ophelia lived in fantasy.
Side step and clap.
But love was a cold bed full of scorpions. The venom stole her sanity. And if you'd never called for me, I might have lingered in purgatory.
And slide.
Around me like a chain, a crown of fire, pulling me into the fire.
Alternating heel touch. Four corners reaching. Side step and clap.
Ophelia is locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. Locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because
And
you
slide.
came for me. All that time, alone in my tower, you were just honing your powers. Now I can see it all. I can see
Alternating heel touch.
you took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
Four corners reaching.
On the land, the sea, the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands. Your team, your vibes, don't care where the hell you've been. 'Cause now, your mind, it's about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of.
Side step and clap.
Fate of Ophelia.
Two.
You saved my
Finish.
heart from the fate of I had a bad habit.
Woo, nice job, everybody. That was sequence number 1. Grab a little water if you need. I gotta fix my music fade settings. Awesome. Moving right along to sequence number 2. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water as well. Sequence 2, we have arm pumps, handshake corners, knee bend, heel tap, and then side step pivot foot. Starting with arm pumps, feet are gonna start together, stepping my right foot out wide to the right. When my feet are wide, I'm gonna pull my hands from my hips up to my armpits. So starting with your hands down at your side, fingertips to the floor. Once you step wide, I'm pulling my hands up into my armpits, elbows bent. Feet come back together, lowering my hands down at my side, and then I'll switch to the left foot, stepping my left foot out wide to the left, arms or hands up to my armpits, elbows bent, and then feet together and just alternate. Any questions with arm pumps? And then we have handshake corners, feet shoulder width apart. Starting with my elbows bent, palms facing each other right in front of my chest. I'm gonna take my hands to my right shoulder, gonna wiggle my hands back and forth in front of each other. Then I'm gonna move over to my left shoulder, same thing, wiggle your hands back and forth. Then I'm down to my right hip, wiggle my hands, then my hands over to my left hip, same thing, shaking your hands. All 4 corners, handshake. Same with this one. I am swinging my hips from left to right as I move my hands, if you'd like to add that in as well. Any questions with handshake corners? And then we have knee bend, heel tap, feet shoulder width apart, taking a slight knee bend, bending your knees. As you stand up straight, you're gonna heel tap. So starting with my right foot, stepping my right foot 1 step in front, tapping my heel on the ground, toes are in the air. Then my right foot will come back to the start and then back to that knee bend, tapping my left heel and alternate. Any questions with knee bend, heel tap? And then last, we have our side step with our pivot foot. We're gonna start with our feet together. I'm gonna step my right foot 1 step out to the right. From here, I'm planting the toes of my right foot, the ball of my right foot on the floor. My right heel is in the air. I'm turning my toes from left to right, like I'm squishing a bug on the floor, pivoting that right knee and my right hip. I'm gonna do that about 3 or 4 times. Then my feet will come back together. And then I'll do the same thing on the left, stepping my left foot out wide to the left, squishing that bug on my left foot, and then my feet come back together and alternate. That one with the music, you can decide how many times you want to pivot left and right. Any questions with that one? All right, sequence 2, starting with arm pumps. Our next song is Ophelia, starting in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Ophelia, you saved my heart from the fate of.
Sorry, it's like finishing the last song. Opelite, arm pumps.
Lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. I thought my house was haunted.
Handshake corners.
I used to live with ghosts and all the perfect couples said when you know, and when you don't.
Knee bend, heel tap.
And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong.
Side step, pivot.
My mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is open light. Oh,
Back to arm pump.
oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is open light. Oh,
Handshake corners.
you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone.
Knee bend, heel
Just a
tap.
pose. And don't we try to love. We give it all we got. We finally left the table. And what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not.
Side step, pivot.
All of the foes and all of the friends have messed up before, they'll mess up again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. You move on.
And arm pump.
And that's when I told you it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is open light. Oh,
Handshake corners.
oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, and now the sky is open light. Oh,
Knee bend, heel tap.
this is just a star inside a teacup. Let's shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up.
Side step, pivot foot.
This is just a temporary speed bump, but failure brings you freedom, and I can bring you
And arm pump.
Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, oh, so sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is open light.
Handshake corners.
Oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. No, you had to make your own sunshine, and now the sky is open.
Knee bend, heel tap.
Oh.
To finish. Nice job, everybody. We are on to sequence number 3. Grab some water if you need. I'm going to grab a little water as well. Awesome. On to sequence 3. We have high knee taps, step back and wave, hip hop, and then step forward, shoulder squeeze. Starting with high knee taps, feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to bring one knee up at a time towards our chest with your opposite hand touching the top of opposite knee. So as my left knee comes up, the top of my right hand will tap the top of my left knee, lower that leg down, and then switch. Right knee comes up, left hand taps the top of your right knee. Any questions with high knee taps? And then we have step back arm raise, starting with our feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to start by stepping my right foot one step back. I'm not planting my whole foot on the ground, just the ball of my right foot. As I step my right foot back, I'm going to raise my left hand, fingertips in front of my shoulder, reaching for the wall in front. And then with my right hand, fingertips behind my back, reaching for the wall behind me. Then I'm going to step my right foot back to the start. My arms come down at my side, and then I'll switch. Stepping my left foot back one step, my right arm will raise forward, my left arm will raise behind my back, and then alternate. Step back, arm raise. Any questions with that one? And then we have hip hop, starting with our feet together. I'm going to step my right foot out to the right. After I step out to the right, I'm going to take my right hip and pop it out to the right. So shifting my weight kind of onto my right leg. My feet will come back together. Then I'm going to step out to the left with my left foot. My left hip is going to pop towards the wall to my left. And then my feet will come back together and we'll alternate. Any questions with hip hop? And then to finish, we have step forward, shoulder squeeze. We're going to start with our feet together. I'm going to put my arms into a goalpost or cactus arms. So my elbows are bent, but my fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. So my head is directly in the center. I'm going to step my right foot one step forward. As I step forward, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. So my chest is coming slightly forward. As I step my right foot back, my shoulders will come back to neutral. And then I'll repeat on the left, stepping forward with my left foot, shoulder squeeze, and then alternate. Focusing more on the step and the movement. Don't have to be too intense with that shoulder squeeze. Any questions with sequence 3? All right, next song, Elizabeth Taylor, starting high knee taps in 3, 2, 1.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever? That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Athénée. Ooh, oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous.
Step back and arm raise.
Right guys promised they'd stay under bright lights. They withered away, but you blew. Portofino was on my mind. I think you know why.
Hip hop.
If your letters ever said goodbye, I cried my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun.
Step forward, shoulder squeeze.
And why when Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have you.
High knee taps.
Hey, what could you possibly get for the girl who has everything and nothing all at once? Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. We hit the best booth at Musso and Frank's. They say I'm bad news, I just say thanks. And
Step back and wave.
look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. And if you ever leave me high and dry, I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever?
And hip hop.
Number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have the why and why when Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't
Step
have
forward,
fun if I
shoulder
can't
squeeze.
have you. Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever if I can't have you?
High knee taps.
White diamonds and lovers are forever in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up
Step back, arm raise.
but mine. I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't
And
have
hip hop.
you. And why when Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have
Step forward, shoulder squeeze. Tiny taps. To finish. Nice job, everybody. Those are all three of our sequences. We are heading back to the top to cruise on through. Grab a little water if you need. Awesome. We are back to sequence 1. We have alternating heel touch, 4 corners reaching, side step and clap, and slide. Are there any questions with sequence 1? All right, our next song is actually romantic, starting with alternating heel tap in 3, 2, 1.
You call me boring Barbie when you're out feeling brave. High fives my ex and then you said you're glad he goes.
4 corners reaching.
Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. Some people might be offended, but it's
Side step clap.
sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you.
And
No man
slide.
has ever loved me like you do. Hadn't thought of you in a long time, but you keep sending me funny valentines.
Alternating heel touch.
But it's precious, adorable, like a toy chihuahua bugging at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. How many times has your boyfriend said, why are we always
4
talking
corners
this
reaching.
sweet? All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you.
Side step and clap.
No man has ever loved me like you do. You think I'm tacky, baby? Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting.
And
with me.
slide.
I mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it. But it's kinda making me sweat. Oh, 'cause
Heel
it's
touch.
actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly lovely. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. Really gotta hand it to you.
4 corners reaching.
No man has ever loved me like you. It's actually romantic. You just give me so much attention. It's actually romantic.
To finish. Nice work, everybody. We are moving on to sequence 2. Gonna grab a little bit of water. Sequence 2, we have arm pumps, handshake corners, knee bend heel tap, side step pivot foot. Are there any questions with sequence 2? All right, moving right along. Our next song is called Canceled, starting with arm pumps in 3, 2, 1.
You thought that it would be okay at first. The situation could be saved, of course, but they'd already picked out your grave and hers. Beware the wrath of masked crusaders. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me, when they see us, they'll run. something wicked. This
Handshake
way comes.
corners.
Good thing I like my friends canceled. I like 'em cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers.
Knee bend, heel tap.
My underworld where it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars.
Side step, pivot.
It's easy to love you when you're popular. The optics click, everyone prospers. But one single drop, you're off the roster. Tone deaf and hot, let's all just off her.
Arm pump.
Did you make a joke only a man could? Were you just too smug for your own good? Or bring a tiny violin to a knife fight? Baby, that all ends tonight.
Handshake corner.
I like my friends canceled. I like 'em cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers.
Knee bend, heel tap.
Welcome to my underworld. It'll break your heart. At least you know exactly who your friends are. We're the ones with matching scars.
Side step,
They
pivot
stood
foot.
by me before my exoneration. They believed I was innocent, so I'm not here for judgment. No.
Back to arm pumps.
But if you can't be good, then just be better at it. Everyone's got bodies in the attic, or took somebody's man. We'll take you by the hand, and soon you'll learn the art of never getting caught.
Handshake corner.
It's a good thing I like my friends canceled. You know that I like 'em cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny
Knee bend, heel tap.
yeah, it's a good thing I like my friends canceled. Salute you if you're much too much to handle. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny
Side step, pivot.
Can't you see my infamy? Love's company, and they've broken you like they've broken me. But a shattered glass is a lot more sharp, and now you know exactly who your friends are. You know who we are. We're the ones with
To
matching scars.
finish. Woo! Nice job, everybody. We are moving right along to sequence number 3. Sequence 3, we have high knee taps, step back arm raise, hip pop, and then step forward shoulder squeeze. Are there any questions with sequence 3? All right, starting with high knee taps. What do we have next? We have wish list, starting high knee taps in 3, 2, 1.
They want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat stack with a baby face. They want it all.
Step back arm
They
raise.
want that complex female character. They want that critical smash palm d'or and an Oscar on their bathroom floor. They want it all.
And
They
hip
should have what
hop.
they want. They deserve what they want. Hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like.
Step forward shoulder squeeze.
We tell the world they gotta leave us alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up,
Back
settle
to
down,
high
got
knee
a wish
tap.
list. I just want you. They want that freedom, living off the grid. They want those 3 dogs that they call their kids, and that good surf, no hypocrites. They want it.
Step back arm raise.
They want a contract with Real Madrid. They want that spring
hop.
And they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. I hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like.
Step forward, shoulder squeeze.
We tell the world they gotta leave us alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down,
Back
got a
to
wish
high knee tap.
list. I made wishes on all of the stars. Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot. I thought
Step
I
back,
had
arm
it
raise.
right once, twice, but I did not. You caught me off my guard. I hope I get what I want, 'cause I know what I want.
And hip hop.
I just want you, baby. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like. Gotta make it we tell the world they gotta leave us alone.
Step
and they
forward,
do.
shoulder squeeze.
Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
High knee tap.
And we could have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world they gotta leave us alone, and they do.
Step back and arm raise.
Got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want
To
you.
finish. Nice job. We are back to the beginning.
I have a
Grab some-
question.
Yeah,
What was the name of that song again?
the one we just did.
Yes.
It's called Wish List, but the S's are dollar signs.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That is a tight song. Thank you.
Awesome. Of course. We are back to the top. Sequence 1. We probably have time to go through every sequence once more. Starting at the top with alternating heel touch, 4 corners reaching, side step and clap, and slide. Are there any questions with sequence 1? All right, next song is The Life of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina Carpenter. Starting alternating heel touch in 3, 2, 1.
Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city, then they said she didn't do it legitly.
4 corners reaching.
I bought a ticket, she's dancing in her garters and fishnets. 50 in the cast, 0 missteps. Looking back, I guess it was kismet.
Side step and
waited
clap.
by the stage door, packed in with the autograph hounds, barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow, she came out. I said, "You live in my dream." Then she said to
And
me,
slide.
"Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you never ever gonna
Alternating heel
wait.
touch.
The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna."
4 corners
She was a
reaching.
menace, the baby of the family in Lennox. Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. So she waited by the stage door, asked the club promoter arrive. She said, "I'd sell my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life. It's all mine." But
Side
that's
step and
not what
clap.
showgirls get. They leave us for dead. Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never ever gonna wait. The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, So
And
you
slide.
don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never gonna wanna. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I paid my dues with every bruise. I knew what to
Alternating
expect.
heel
Take a
touch.
skate on the ice inside my veins. They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. And all the headshots on the walls of the dance hall are of the witches who wish I'd hurry up and die.
Four corners
But I'm
reaching.
immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried. So I say, thank you
Sidestepping
for the lovely
clap.
bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. And I'll never know another pain hidden by the lipstick and lace. Sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a showgirl,
And
babe.
slide.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for the love.
Alternating heel touch.
Now I'll make my money being pretty and witty. Thank you for the lovely bouquet.
Thank you for an unforgettable night. We will see you next time. Give it up for the band,
Two.
the dancers,
Finish.
and of course, Sabrina. I love you, Taylor. That's our show. We love you so much. Good night.
Nice job, everybody. Grab some water. I'm gonna grab a little water. We're on to sequence 2. Sequence 2, we have arm pumps, handshake corners, knee bend, heel tap, sidestep, pivot foot. Any questions with sequence 2? All right, next song we have is called Ruin the Friendship, starting with arm pumps in 3, 2, 1.
Glistening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names. You drive 85.
Handshake corners.
Gallatin Road and the lakeside beach, watching the game from your brother's Jeep. Your smile, miles wide, and it was
Knee bend, heel tap.
an invitation. Should have kissed you anyway. Should have kissed you anyway. And it was not convenient, no. But your girlfriend was away.
Sidestep,
Should've
pivot
kissed
foot.
you anyway. Shiny wood floors underneath my feet. Disco ball makes everything look cheap. Have fun. It's pride.
Back to arm pumps.
Wilted corsage dangles from my wrist. Over his shoulder, I'll catch a glimpse and see you looking at me.
Handshake corner.
An invitation, but as the 50-cent song played, should've kissed you anyway. And it was not convenient, no. Would've been a
Knee bend,
Christmas
heel
day.
tap.
Should've kissed you anyway. Hey. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Seeing friends is safe. Doesn't mean you should.
Sidestep, pivot.
Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Seeing friends is safe. Doesn't mean you should.
And arm pumps.
When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye. And we'll never know why. It was not
Handshake corners.
an invitation, but I flew home anyway with so much left to say. It was
knee bend, heel tap.
Convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave. Should've kissed you anyway. Oh, and it was
Side step pivot.
an invitation. Should've kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway. Anyway, and it was not my advice. It's always ruin the friendship.
Back to arm pump.
Regret it for all time. Should've kissed you anyway. And my advice is always answer the question. Better that than to ask it all your life.
Handshake
Should've
corners.
kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway.
2. Finish. All right, everybody, we have one final song. Gonna grab some water and we'll finish off with sequence number 3. We have high knee taps, step back, arm raise, hip hop, step forward, shoulder squeeze. Any questions with sequence 3? All right, to finish, starting with high knee taps, our song is called Honey. In 3, 2, 1.
You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive. At the bar and the chick was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong.
Step back, arm raise.
If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom. White teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home.
And hip hop.
Touch my face, redefine all of those blues. When you say, honey,
Step forward,
summer,
shoulder
time
squeeze.
splits, pink skies. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Winter, green kiss on mine. Give it different meaning, cause you mean it when you
High knee tap.
We could play house, we could bed down, pick you up. Who's the baddest in the land? What's the plan? What's the plan? You could be my forever nightstand, honey.
Step back,
When
arm
anyone called
raise.
me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive. At the bar and the chick was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom. White teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me,
And
I cried the
hip
whole
hop.
way home. But you touch my face, redefine all of those blues. When you say,
Step forward, shoulder squeeze.
you can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. I'm the one you want. You give it different meaning, cause you mean it when you say it's yours.
High knee tap.
Stick it to the floor, give me more by the paint and the color of your eye. Of your eye. And graffiti my whole damn life, honey. When anyone called me late night, he was screwing around with my mind, asking what are you wearing? Too high to remember.
Step back,
in the
arm
morning.
raise.
And when anyone called me lovely, they were finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me, and you stay until the morning,
And hip hop.
honey. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive. At the bar and the chick was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. He looked at me
Step
wrong. If
forward,
anyone
shoulder
called me
squeeze.
honey, it was standing in the bathroom. White teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you can call me honey if you want.
To finish. Nice job, everybody. That is the last song of the day. We're gonna get into a cool down. Take this time to grab some water. I'm gonna start just by grabbing my water and kind of just walking around my space to cool down, taking a moment to get what you need. we will do our cool down. We'll get onto the floor. Once you're ready, we're gonna start with some cat-cow. Option here to take this seated or in tabletop when you're ready. And stacking hands underneath my shoulders, knees underneath my hips, dropping my belly button to the floor, chest faces forward, head faces forward, and then switch belly button to spine, spine to ceiling, chin to chest. Taking your own pace through cat-cow. Syncing with your breath if that feels good. Taking an inhale as you drop your belly button. Exhale as your spine comes to the ceiling. Once you're feeling good with down dog, or not, sorry, cat-cow, we're gonna move into down dog. Gonna tuck my toes onto the floor so I can extend my legs straight, butt up to the sky, feeling that stretch in my calves, my hamstrings. From here, just gonna pedal out my feet, bending one knee at a time. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. I'm gonna come back to my tabletop and then into a seated position here. Sitting on the ground, I'm gonna cross my legs, but you can get into any seated position that feels good for you. I'm gonna go into a seated side bend, taking my right hand up overhead, pointing to the wall to my left, feeling that right side body stretch. Holding that for as long as feels good to you, and then I'm gonna switch. Right hand will come down, left hand is gonna come up overhead, pointing to the wall to the right as I lean over to the right, left side body stretch. Just moving through left and right seated side bends at your own pace, what feels good for you, however long you wanna hold on either side. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to a tall seated position. I'm going to move into a seated core twist. I'm gonna put my arms into a T position, turning my chest to face the wall to my right. My right hand is gonna plant behind my back. My left hand is coming to my right knee or over on the right side. Feeling that twist in my core, in my lower back. Opening up my hips. And again, holding it here until you want to switch. Coming back to center and then turning your chest to face the wall to the left. Left hand plants down, right hand to the left knee or outside the left knee. And back to center. Moving through one more time on each side, again at your own pace. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center. I'm going to extend my legs straight out in front of me for a seated forward fold. Toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, spine is tall. Gonna take an inhale breath as I reach my hands, fingertips to the sky. From here, exhale, hinging at my waist, trying to grab onto my toes, my ankles. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings, your back. It's okay to add in a little knee bend if you need, bringing that chest closer to your thighs. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Gonna finish here with some butterfly, bringing the bottoms of my feet together. Knees are bent, feeling that stretch in your groin, your hips. Grabbing onto my toes and just gently leaning forward towards my feet. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Taking this time to move out of my butterfly, whether you're coming back to a seated or a standing position. Gonna finish it out just by shaking it out. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. Any movement here that feels good to just release. That is all I have for us today. Thanks for joining me on this lovely Friday morning for some dance aerobics. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.